and welcome to the Mercer High School Performing Arts Center. We're so glad to welcome you here this evening and so happy that we could do all of these concerts, 3 of them, as you can see by the program, in a row. My name is Vicki White-Milton and I teach the high school here. I want to introduce to you, again, I'm sure you've met her, but this is Sarah Hart, and she teaches this year 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, and that's our program. So, without further ado, we'll have the 5th grade, the amazing 5th grade orchestra.
think they've just done a great job this year, and so thank you to you all, and thank you to you all as well for your encouragement of their efforts. So really special. Couple of things, I want to just talk a little bit, since this is also a concert and curriculum night, kind of a little bit about what we've learned. Classroom routine, you know, with these kids basically being in online school for an extended period of time over the last year, the classroom routine is a big learning curve at the beginning of 5th grade orchestra. Not only because of, you know, COVID and being at home, but also because there's a ton of stuff to do when you walk into a rehearsal that's very different from walking into a math class or an English class. But they've done a really good job, and we've learned a lot about how to come in and be independent, about getting in our seats, getting unpacked, getting things together. It's been a lot of growth there, I've seen. Unpacking etiquette, tuning etiquette. Posture, position, bow hold. That is the biggest focus for me pedagogically in 5th grade orchestra, because all the habits that we're forming right now, slowly and very carefully, meticulously, will help them in every level of our program. So the bow hold that we're setting up today is going to enable them to do bow strokes that we won't even learn until they're in high school. But it's all the physical stuff that has to go into the hand and into the posture and into the position that we work really hard on in class. And that's just going to help them moving through the program, which I hope that they all do. We're also understanding the karate system, which is kind of our goal setting in the absence of grades. This is kind of a way to incentivize the learning. So the kids should know, you know, I'm on this speed, I'm working toward this speed, and so that kind of helps guide their practice and their efforts. It's not going to be something you're talking about with them at home. And of course, note reading has been a big focus. You might have seen them practicing drawing notes at home, making flashcards, practicing saying their note names out loud. These are all exercises that really start to connect what they're reading on the page with what they're doing physically, with what they're hearing, and putting it all together. When kids are very young, you usually start teaching music by rote. They sing, they echo play, they echo sing with their teacher. At this age, they've done all that because we have really quality music instruction on the island. They've done all that, so we really start to focus on the technical part of reading music, because the goal is eventually, you know, independent musicianship. These kids can go into an orchestra and they can sight read, which is they see a piece of music, they know how to analyze it, and this is what we teach them along the way. So there's a lot of, you know, brain exercise that they're getting each day in class. Then of course, the playing of the music, we've got 3 big pillars. Intonation, so how the tune sounds, is it in tune? Rhythm, understanding the mathematics of how a measure is put together, a piece is put together, being able to clap and count it, tap the foot, find the beat. And then of course tone, which is just the quality of the sound. Of course, we're also working on problem solving, on teamwork, all of us, and on sticking to things with their heart. So just tenacity. And then of course, practice routines at home that I know I can tell from when they get to class each day if they practiced or not, and mostly they have, so thank you for encouraging that at home. You all got an assessment, so that's a lot. That's what we've done since October, that's a lot. You all got an assessment when you walked in. That's an activity for you to do at home with your kiddo. And if you would, just kind of talk through those things, and the answer keys on the back. No cheating, no cheating. But these should be things that they know, and if they don't, reach out and talk to me about it, and let's get it figured out. Let's see. As you walked in, you got a flyer, I think about Disney and dessert, right, Sharon?
Yes.
Okay, this is our big moment for the orchestra program as far as fundraising for the year. What our fundraising dollars pay for largely is coaching. That's our number one priority with those dollars, and we have a wonderful coach that works with this class 4 days a week. Caitlin, your kids might have talked to you about Caitlin. She's with us Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and she is just, I mean, with this amount of kids, and obviously they're not all in the classroom at the same time, but since things are so individualized, she is just working with your kids all the time. So it's a really great use of our money. And it gives the kids a lot of individual attention as they here, so if you have questions about any of those, please reach out. Advanced students, there are 6 of you. You all need to have book 2 by now. And you can go to our website, the Mercer Island Orchestra Booster website, and there are books there for purchase. That's one way to do it. You can also order them from Amazon or get them from the local shop or whatever. If your child is participating in solo and ensemble contest on the 4th, those letters have been sent home. Please check in with them. So that's kind of the upcoming stuff. And then I just wanted to quickly say thank you to you all, of course, and then also to Vicki Weibel-Toon, who is the most wonderful colleague. And this is her final year of teaching before retirement, and I've been honored to get to teach with her the last 4 years. So thank you to her. She's wonderful. Yeah. Thank you to our coaching staff, the custodians that help put everything together, Mercer Island Schools Foundation, Fine Arts Advisory Council, which provide us with their granting institutions that help support the program. Obviously, the PTSA and IMS in each of your schools, and our amazing administration at Islander, where I'm based, is wonderful, and then of course our boosters. At this point, I'd like Sharon to come up. She is the president of our boosters, and we really are looking for involvement from parents. And so she's going to talk to you a little bit about Disney and Dessert and how you can get involved with our organization.
Hello and welcome 5th grade parents and welcome 5th graders. You're at the high school. How great is this? This is called the PAC. You may hear people calling it the PAC. That actually stands for the Performing Arts Centre. And so here you are in the high school. And look, I have to actually talk about the fact that our lighting is not correct this evening. We actually had someone call in the last minute today who is sick, so please bear with us. But it is not how it normally is. I know it looks a little different, probably a little bit strange, so we're working on that. So a few things. This is my first opportunity that I can actually get to speak to you. I do notice, I don't know whether everybody actually realised, when you walked in, there's some stands up here. We're used to all these high school parents. We don't have to sort of explain to them. So I apologise. When you walk in, there's actually a couple of stands, and up there are the forms that Ms. Hart is speaking about. So there's a program, and I think the activity sheet. So on your way out, just take a look. So there is 2 stands at the back of the stairs, at the back of the chairs, and just pick up your forms from there. The first, just a couple of more things. Disney dessert, Sarah spoke about. Oh, no, you're in the dark. No, you're in the light. And I'd love you all to come and join us. And I did speak to a few little ones on your way in. Make sure you pop on your princess frocks and any Disney clothes and come along. There's a few things. One way that we communicate, the boosters communicate, is to actually receive the sound post, which is a newsletter which comes to your inbox once a month. I strongly advise you to actually read this one. It'll have all the calendar, the dates, anything that's happening. Honestly, it's really relevant, so it's worth checking out. We also have a brand new website, and everything you need to know, again, it's all on there, and please feel free to reach out to me. Okay, we're going to start talking. We don't normally speak this much, it's just that this is our first opportunity to actually address all of you. So, welcome, thank you, and thanks everyone for doing such a great job, students. Well done. Thanks everyone.
there's a lot going on up here on stage as they play in harmony. And as we move forward, when you come in June and see the next step, it will be all parts pieces, all harmony pieces, and you'll see more and more independence as they move through. Normally, in normal times, whatever those are, this evening is kind of a concert of the whole district, and so you actually get to see the progression, and I wish you could see that, because the amount that these kids move along from concert to concert to concert is really pretty astounding. And it's just the level of their musicianship and the things that they're able to do year after year. I encourage you to think of their orchestra experience as a program that will go with them through high school and hopefully beyond. Playing music is something that it can be part of your life for forever in terms of appreciation. And you don't have to be a professional musician, but you can play for fun, play in a community group, just understand more about music so when you go to a concert you appreciate it more. So I just want to encourage all of these kids to stick with it. I know registration will come up, I think it's March or April for this grade level, I'm not sure, for next year at the middle school. When they go into 6th grade orchestra, the group does meet every day. And it's a pretty cool experience because they get to play in a group, a large-scale group, every day like this, which is really special because it sounds pretty cool. You get that big sound, which is a lot of fun. So I just encourage them all to enroll again next year, and I hope to see them. And once I see them every day, we just go. It's really cool. So thank you again for coming tonight. This is our final piece. And have a lovely evening. Thanks for coming.
That's the shirt.